Last Tuesday morning at the Ontario Legislature, Ontario Solicitor General Michael Kerzner brilliantly spoke as part of a debate denouncing the terrorist attack by Hamas. Do you hear what I said? A debate. A debate means there were two sides. Why in the world there would be two sides to denouncing a terrorist attack is beyond me. Here in Canada, in Ontario, we are so fortunate to have someone with the clarity of thinking, articulation of expression, dedication to the Jewish people, and the strong moral compass as Michael Kerzner. He is with us this evening. Please welcome MPP of York Centre and Solicitor General for Ontario, and someone who speaks up not only on behalf of the Jewish people, but for humanity. Please welcome the Honourable Michael Kerzner.
Good evening. It's a great honor for me and my wife, Rochelle, to be here with you. I wanted to walk you through a journey of what the last week has been like for me, and to tell you a very important message, that it's not easy to stand up and to tell the truth. It's something that has perplexed me since we heard the news not that long ago, when we were in shul, when we were in synagogue praying on Saturday, the 7th of October, a day that will always be in our memories as Jewish people, as people who belong to the civilized world and witness something that has not taken place since the Holocaust. And for me, just 3 days later, I joined you and over 15,000 people right across the road, right here at Mel Lastman Square. And I remember that night vividly. I remember seeing somebody who came of age that evening, and that is our Premier, the Honorable Doug Ford. I want to let you into a few moments that really have shaped my life as somebody that still does not know why I'm here. But I know where I stand, and I know how I stand. And I stand with my Jewish community, and I stand with everybody in our great province of Ontario. Seconds before the Premier came up to address the crowd, I said to him, and I whispered in his ear, "This is your Stephen Harper moment. This is your moment to be the greatest statesman Ontario has ever had, because you will go out and you will tell exactly how you feel about moral clarity, about understanding good versus evil, of understanding that there is no justification at all that anybody, any human being could understand was a justifiable cause for an unprovoked attack by Hamas on the state of Israel, on the democratic state of Israel." And that evening, I stood a few feet away from him, together with my entire caucus who was able to attend that evening. People from all over Ontario who are in our caucus. Our caucus looks like Ontario. It's diverse, and I'm proud to be a member of it. And I can tell you something. I saw how the Premier spoke that night, and I have never been prouder as an individual to stand alongside a group of people that cared about our Jewish community. A few days later, I got a call that our government was going to do something to reaffirm its commitment and denounce the terrorist attack. We were going to introduce a motion in the Ontario Legislature that denounced the attack by Hamas on the democratic state of Israel and cause a vote to occur. And our government said, "Michael, we want you to be the lead-off speaker. And I remember I felt like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. Lama ani, why me? Why now? And I was honored to have my cantor and Aliza there in the galleries to hear it for themselves. I started by invoking the words of the late Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, who said, and we remember what he said, that the hate that begins with Jews never ends with Jews. And we make a great mistake if we think this is only about us. It's not. It's about anti-Semites. It's about people that can never take ownership for their own failure. And then I went on. And to tell you the truth, and you can see my own words, it's on YouTube, just Google my name, you can see the 19 minutes. And every word that I said was personal to me. And I had an unbelievable moment that was my destiny to be there, to stand up for my community, to believe every word that I say as I travel around the province, that our public safety matters. I say it publicly. And if you've heard me, I'll tell you why. When we have safe communities, we have absolutely everything. We have a place to wake up our kids in the morning. We have a place to say goodbye to our loved ones. We have a place to go to work, and we have a place to pray. And public safety means everything to me. And when I see how our police services across our GTA have placed this umbrella of care upon us, Toronto Police Service and Durham Police Service and York Region Police Service and Peel Police Service and Hamilton Police Service and Police Service and the OPP. I can't forget the OPP because they're part of my ministry. But to tell you the truth, and I've gone late at night, this past Saturday night, very late at night, I went to the communication centers to thank those people, our 911 call operators that are there in case we need them. I went with B'nai B'rith this past Friday up in York Region to Centre Street to say thank you for the command center that's in front of the Promenade Mall. And I've been down to Lawrence Plaza, and I've been very early in the morning to Bialik at Viewmount. And the common thread is that our Jewish community here on Bathurst Street and everywhere in Ontario feels safe because of our police service. We are eternally grateful. And they're here tonight. They're here around us. They're here outside. They're here in this hall. I want to tell you the days ahead will not be easy, because having observed a number of rallies, I attended also last week a rally at the U of T. You see, when I was in a long meeting in the Ontario legislature, one of the organizers who was standing up for Israel, wasn't even a Jewish person, but was standing up for Israel, called me and said, "Can I come over?" And I made my way over, and I heard these voices that were so loud because we were outnumbered hundreds to one. And I saw it for myself. And the media came up to me and they said to me, "Why are you here?" And I said, "I'm here to observe. People have a right to peaceful protest. That is our inherent right as Ontarians, as Canadians, but don't cross that line. Don't cross that line. And if you do, we will call you out." So I just want to tell you, the days ahead here are hard. Our hearts are also with everyone in Israel. And I also want to acknowledge so many people in Gaza that are suffering, victims themselves of Hamas. We don't want to lose sight of that. And one last thought. I was really upset when our Canadian government couldn't come forward and tell us exactly what Joe Biden said, exactly what the Prime Minister of England said, exactly what Monsieur Macron said, that Israel did not bomb the Gaza hospital. All I can tell you is, I'll conclude by saying, it is not easy to speak the truth. It's not easy to tell the truth. But together, and being here tonight, as a kihila, as a congregation of community of different faiths that cares about the world and cares about telling the truth, our government commitment to our safety and our province will always be absolute and constant. And wherever we go as a community, our government will be with us. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.
Thank you so much, Michael Kerzner.